having a good discussion, actually. But hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints. I have some lovely friends and guest co-hosts here to help me kick off the week strong. We will be doing 3 30-minute sprints and chatting in between. And we'll be going for about 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on how much we chat. We were just talking about trying to get my book release party at Barnes & Noble and how hard it is to do that.
We're one step closer, though, but we will still take any positive energy that someone wants to send our way.
I think it's going to happen. It will be such like a smash success that they're going to ask you to go to other Barnes & Nobles. I think that's what will happen.
That would be amazing. The other one that like I haven't heard from that's closer to me, they'll be like, oh, shoot, we missed out.
They'll be like, wait, we wanted to. It's like, well, you never replied. So...
Yes.
I think it also worked really well. So because like Holly, if it does work and yours turns out very well, then Zara, it sounds like you can probably get other authors from Inimitable into Barnes & Noble.
Yeah. Chantel Gadori, who's having her book come out in October, is having an event at a Barnes & Noble.
Oh, that's awesome.
And even though Malin's book came out in January, we're seeing maybe if we can get her at an event.
I mean, and I saw it. I saw The Storm Gathers in that Indiana Barnes & Noble.
Like, yeah, I mean, her title is in a lot of Barnes & Noble locations, and actually a lot of them are only down to like one copy. But I was like, hey, the author is like willing to come by and like sign stuff. So, and they're like, oh, we'll order more copies. And then there were a few locations where she was like, I mean, if they're up for an event, maybe. I was like, great, say no more. I will ask them.
Oh, that's so fun. But hi, everyone. I know there's some familiar and new faces I see on here. Al, hello. Lois, or I think it's Lois, hello. Regina is saying hi, waving back. So I'll let everyone introduce themselves. If you don't know me, my name is Holly. I'm the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which is releasing November 5th, 2024. So it's, officially 3 months away.
That's crazy. So weird to think about.
Yes. And hopefully, if you subscribe to my newsletter and follow me on Instagram, I'll be posting like release party news because I'm hoping to do like a virtual one and then the following week do an in-person one so you can get this signed. And that is me. So next up. I'm good with my point. I pointed the right
way. Greetings, everyone. I know I was on here. Was that about a month ago?
A month ago, yeah.
I think about a month ago. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kaufman. I am a daily writing live streamer. 217 consecutive daily writing live streams so far. And today marks the official start. I just finished the rough draft of my fantasy novel, The Last Scarecrow, last night.
Yay!
Like I celebrated it with my community. It's like so exciting. I've been writing my entire life, and I thought I was like a failure as a writer for so long because I didn't publish anything. But I realized when I started on this journey last year that I just spent 25 years like practicing and getting ready.
Yes.
So that's me. I'm a fantasy nerd, enthusiast, and my YouTube channel's over with the Right Now community. And I absolutely love what this side of the screen. No, this side of the screen.
This side of the microphone.
So hard at that. Aww.
And that's me.
Kaufman's very like motivational and supportive, so you definitely want to give him a follow. And I'm excited to like see the rest of his journey and read his book.
Yeah, I need to reach out to you. I will do that before we log off tonight.
And I want to say this is like the first time like I'm meeting Zara, but I'm like I've been wanting to chat with you for a while. So it's awesome.
I feel like sometimes people be like, "Oh, I want to chat with you, but you're intimidating." I'm like, In what
Really?
world?
Intimidating?
If it's just that you were busy, like banging out your manuscript, I'm like totally cool. But if you tell me like backstage, you're like, oh yeah, I was nervous, I'd be like, why?
It's probably because you're with like a publishing company, and like a lot of like newer people will be like, okay, well she's like the real deal. She's like
the big wig, yes.
Big wig. So not, but I'll take it. For people who don't know me, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which is publishing Holly's book. And we have published other titles as well. So inimitableBooksLLC.com is where we're at. If you look at our young adult titles, you'll see that the publisher listing says Emerge on like Amazon and other places. So that's still us. There's a rule in publishing that you can't have adult and young adult or children's in the same imprint, because I guess they don't want to have angry parents complaining, which I get. So yeah, publishing this lovely beauty. If you pre-order the title and fill out the form on the page, you'll get these lovely character art postcards.
So cool.
Characters. We have the main character Cadence, her awesome sister Allegra for some disability rep, and Raven, who I want to leave to be as a awesome looking mystery. So like,
I love that.
And I still need to post my reel with the hardcover unboxing, but the under the dust jacket embossing has the shiny diamond, and this is also a mystery that you will find out what this emblem is.
That is so cool.
Gorgeous map on the end pages.
Yes.
So you can see when the characters have a certain journey and they're talking about like, oh, we traveled this far and we're on a horse, or like we're walking and like this is why we can't walk. It's because it's a big country.
They're not in the ocean.
Yes. It's a big country, and nothing's exactly a hop, skip, and a jump away like it is in Manhattan where I live. So one character's like, can't we walk? And the other is like, no. You now know why.
Need other means of transportation, both magic and non-magical. You've got some congrats. Hi, Infinity DOK.
I appreciate it.
Yes. And Janine is here. Hi, I'm here. I finally finished a scene, I think. You finished a scene. Yes.
I feel like you finished a scene. You definitely finished it.
And right now watching the Olympics while hoping to get a bit of writing done. Sounds good. Yeah, let us know what you're going to be working on today in the comments. Alice also given kudos. So I am going to be working on the sequel. And I'm at like almost 29,000 words, so hoping to break the 30K mark. That would be wonderful tonight.
I believe in you, but also if you don't, that's okay. I'm not like staring at a calendar being like, Holly needs to be this far in her sequel because this is the deadline.
Holly needs to hit this word count right now.
I keep moving myself to my deadline. Well, and so sometimes I'm like that. I'm like, I'm going to be beta reading tonight, and then I'm like, she's probably like, you're not working on your sequel.
I'm not that type of person. If you like, I'm like, here's a deadline. If you want me to lie and give you a secondary deadline that's sooner, so that like you're like, no, I actually have to get this done, I will happily do that. But as long as someone gets something in by their deadline or lets me know with ample time to be like, hey, I don't think I can make this deadline, and then I can look at the calendar and be like, okay, well, this is how much wiggle room we have.
Yeah. Well, my deadline's January, so I'm just trying to stop.
You have time.
You know, there's a trend of me moving it from the end of the month to the next end of the month.
We seem to have high goals for ourselves as writers.
So anyways, what are you guys going to be working on?
Great question.
What are you going to
do? So like I did a late night stream. So like I always schedule out and let my community know when I'm doing my live streams on Mondays. But yesterday was unplanned. So it was like the latest stream I've ever done. I think it was like 10 to 1 my time. Because I just wanted to finish the book. And then I'm like, all right, so tomorrow,
sorry,
I'm on Mountain Time. So I'm over in Idaho currently, missing California a little bit, but over in Idaho currently. I promised my community, I'm like, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go over like the roadmap for the next 3 months, forgetting that I was like, oh, that's all right, I'm on Holly's stream. So that's happening tomorrow. I'm taking my community through editing the book. I have a unique approach in that I show everything of my writing and the editing process on the stream itself. And I'm trying to figure out what writing software or which writing companies to partner with through the next 3 months.
It's Scrivener.
No, Scrivener's a really popular one. It's probably like one of like 7 companies I have on my list that I'm planning on reaching out to. But I know Scriveners are really popular.
Scrivener, is it Dabble or Drabble? Can't remember. Readsy, once they introduced their whole thing, they used to just be advice, and then they were, well, I don't think they were just advice. I think they started with their like freelancer marketplace, and then they added the advice, and then now they also have like you can write and format your book online. There's Butterdocs, which some people like, and then I heard someone say that they didn't love it, so I don't exactly remember that. And there's Campfire, which is really cool. And it has a lot of modules that help with like character and world creation, which is someone who needs everything written down or I will forget. I should use it a lot more when I'm doing my own, but I'm not doing my own writing lately with the company.
Thank you, Brett. Those are some absolutely great recommendations. I'm like, with previous projects, I'm used to doing everything on like whiteboards and paper and I'm like in a room, but I'm like, it's not going to be accessible in a live stream format. So I'm trying to figure out like, what can I
mean, you could have an extra camera set up.
I could, but I feel like it'll be like more accessible if people can see it on the screen itself.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm probably just going to be planning. I'm doing some planning today. I already know the laundry list of things I have to do for the editing process, and I'm probably unique in the fact that I actually like the editing process. And I know how to make it fun.
Very much so. Very much so. Unique. That's awesome.
How about you, Zara? What are you working on?
I have been in a very long and drawn out process of trying to switch the Inimitable Books website from Wix to WordPress, and I had gotten an awesome template and all these things, and there are just certain things that were broken. And I've been trying to get them fixed, and for some reason, like the past 2 nights, I was like, oh, just for shits and giggles, I'll like log in and see if I can fix it myself after like trying over and over again. And I finally fixed all of it. So now I'm putting all the book info up, but I don't know that I'll copy and paste like the blog post. Annoyingly, it doesn't let you magically import more than 30 blog posts. So like most of our old blog posts, I'm going to have to manually copy over. So I think I'll finish doing the book info on the new website, and then I'm sure I have editing to do. There's always editing to do.
There's always.
It's just
we could probably edit forever.
Yep. Exciting. So, while I go through the rest of the comments, we're going to pull up the kitty race timer. Okay, and we've got our 7 cats whose heads are bobbing quite quickly for the first sprint. Usually they're like really slow.
They had some what's catnip? That's
like they had some
it's not
catnip.
Kitty litter. They should not be consuming kitty litter.
They took the nap like I did after work. So
good. That's good.
So you can vote for which cat you think is going to win the first race, either color or number.
I'm gonna go number 1 to match my white top.
Nice.
I'm going to go with number 7 because that's my little Bluey from last time.
Yeah.
Even though he lost every single time last time
Bluey.
In the bottom 10, I believe in him.
I think I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna go with Smokey. Yeah, middle of the pack. Some other people popped in. Tiara, hello. JC, hi, how are you? Ooh, my publisher finished my video for my 2023 book, Alexander, the Spartan General, The Battle of Troy. It was awesome and short. That sounds awesome. Nothing wrong with good old Microsoft Word.
Unless you're trying a format in it, in which case if you move a single image, everything shifts.
That's so funny. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah. Also, the Inimitable Books Twitch channel, 2 more followers to hit 50. And at least 5 viewers. Lurking is fine. Yes.
Trying to hit affiliate status this month by the end of the month. So,
yay! Sorry, it's covering
Zara. I'm of the mindset I try to stream to all the platforms. Twitch is like the one where it's like the slowest growth, but when people join me on there, they're like hardcore writers. But I'm like, Twitch is a gaming platform, so Twitch is interesting.
I had started out on YouTube because of AuthorTube, and then certain people moved to Twitch and were doing both, and then they almost exclusively were doing streaming on Twitch. And so I was just doing both thanks to StreamYard. Like you can have it both at the same time. Right. And I just fell into becoming an affiliate there, which was nice. But then once you do that, you can't stream simultaneously anymore. So this time around, I'm just doing it. So I built the habit for the publisher account.
Nice. Hello, who cares what Eli thinks?
Hey, what's up, Eli?
This is really funny.
I love that as a username. I was like, wait, that sounds very aggressive for Holly to say.
Like, slash. Who cares what Eli? Hi, who cares what Eli thinks?
Eli's one of the members in my writing community. His name, everybody always calls him out for it. It's like it's a great name, Eli.
That's great.
Surfing, I had no idea that's part of the Olympics. That's really cool.
I think they set up is it called a judges station or something?
Oh.
Really far out, and it supposedly is the farthest event ever hosted from the host country or city or whatever of an Olympics ever, for them to be doing that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yes, Kaufman is hooked up to his YouTube and Facebook. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, with StreamYard, it usually lets guests stream up to a couple of destinations. Yeah,
if the person pays for it, I think, or at least, unless they've allowed all guests to do it.
Oh, is it only in the paid one? I think I paid so long that I forgot. It's just it's all everything.
I know. Yeah, I think the person who's hosting, who created the stream, has to be paying in order to have the option to allow co-hosts to stream to their locations. But the co-host doesn't have to be paying for it, which is cool.
Right. That makes sense. That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah, I paid a long time ago so I could have my special background and
I did
outro stuff like that. Hi Mary and hi Courtney. All right, let's get started with this first sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Also play your own music because we will be silent.
Also, Regina, if I disappear from screen, I'm coming back. It's just a technical difficulty. Don't freak out.
I knew I should have gone with the Zuko.
Let's see who won. Oh man, I should have known. Bluey's still in last place.
No.
It's okay. I believe in him.
Let's see. Did anyone vote for 6, or who gave 6 the catnip? Let's see.
I thought I saw someone.
Oh, here we go.
6.
Yeah. Woo,
Courtney.
You called it. You're the winner.
Yay.
I was gonna say I definitely saw someone put 6 in the chat, so that's.
As I was looking for it, I missed this. Where was this comment? Where was it? Oh, hi, Astrid. Hold on. Where did it go? JC was asking about your hair. If you got
it's definitely grown, which I didn't think about until I was reading a manuscript, and someone decided to put me in their book, like as a throwaway mention, and they described my hair length, and I was like, oh, really? And I looked down, and I was like, yeah, that's accurate.
Oh, that's so funny.
I hadn't thought about it.
Girl.
Because normally I have it back or braided or something. And it's normally just when I'm home and can have AC running or summer.
So how does it feel to be a character in a book?
It was very weird. All of a sudden I'm seeing my name, and then it also says something about purple, and which is my favorite color.
Okay.
And dark chest length hair. And I'm okay. Or it said black chest length hair. And I'm like, it's Mimi. Okay.
Yes. John, hopefully you were playing some music on your own or listening to the music. I know you play music on your stream.
I know that's why the people from my community, they're used to me just playing random fantasy music. It's been interesting. Because I've gone through such a roller coaster trying to figure out what music do I play during these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I started 3 months ago. I found an AI music generator, and you can generate literally up to 4-minute clips, and it's free. It's free up to a point. So you should try it out. And you literally just type in the text of the vibe you want and the style, and it creates random.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's been interesting. So I've been playing around with different styles.
Because can you do based on the vibe your scene is? Because
so that's why I've been trying of putting in dramatic beats and seeing how close it gets. And then based on whatever style of music you want, sometimes it gets there. You can have lyrics or non-lyrics.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely a non-lyric person. I'll sing the song. Since I'm writing words, I can't have. Well, sometimes I can have words. It just depends. If I'm in the zone to tune it out. But
that's awesome. Did you guys make some progress? I hope.
Oh, yes, I wrote 310 words and officially passed 29K.
Woo. That's awesome.
Oh, it's good. How did you guys do?
Did phenomenal. I wrote a whole 6 words.
Hey.
For your plan.
Granted, I think I'm doing more brainstorming and ideating for this next round I'm about to go into.
Nice. Oh, you're at such an exciting part. Just the next phase, and the possibilities are endless.
Possibilities are endless. The characters will only be at this state and at one point in time.
I finished building a Diamond Bright and Broken's page on the new website. But I was playing around with the my book table to try and see something of, is there a way I could do so as far as I know, I can't hide a section of this page. I can just reorganize it. So for some books, which are already out, I can be like, oh, instead of the pre-order section, I'll just do like take a quiz instead.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But then there are ones that don't have quizzes. I'm going to have to figure out what to do for those. But yours is easy because it has the pre-order form.
Ooh, I just want to, I see the endorsements. Oh, this is so cool. Whoa.
Where is it? Is it on the website?
Wow.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. I have a lot of links open. Hold on. Okay, this is not a Diamond Bright and Broken. That's a different page. Okay, our books. I'm just going to share the direct link because it has all the information that the Wix site does for a Diamond Bright and Broken.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Ooh, events list. Ooh. This is cool. Like what you're doing. Regina wrote 923 words. What? Are you a wizard? My goodness. Amazing.
Magic.
Yeah, that's awesome, Regina.
I need to
you got me beat. You made about 900 plus more words than I did on that sprint. So I commend you.
That's so good. Tiara said I wanted the orange cat to win. He was behind like the whole time. Yeah. JC also loves Ginger. Ginger is like a crowd favorite here.
I just want little Bluey to win one time. That's all that I ask. One time this year.
Al wrote 258 words. Awesome.
Nice.
Hi, LeMay.
Hey, what's up, LeMay? Welcome, my friend.
Adding some boy-girl moments in the dystopian. So some like love, like flirting. Is that what you mean?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, it's probably some type of romance.
Yeah.
Some like type of romance moments.
We don't have that much longer to live. No, I'm just kidding. Courtney said I focus more on figuring out where this next chapter is going rather than writing. That is still all part of the writing process. So
developing is good. Very, very good.
Hello, ghost of Gerolitis. Hey, ladies, and my bearded brother.
Yeah, my man.
I like that. I thought I commented. That's good. That's good.
You're my new favorite ghost.
What's the topic this evening? And don't storyboard. I'm not even sure what the storyboard is.
I mean, probably maybe storyboarding for like mapping out an entire story.
Outlining.
Traditionally, storyboarding is for like television and for animated series or television shows where they have to storyboard each episode and each scene in an episode, so it can go to the right department of production.
Got it.
Storyboard now for CGI special effects shots in movies as well. Although previs kind of gets rid of that as well, so I don't know. I think some still do storyboarding. Depends.
They probably do, and I'm sure a lot of the major production companies, I'm sure AI is probably changing that process. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. So I'm
just like watching behind the scenes of movies and a lot of superhero movies where it's like this without, here's stunt training, which I love, and then it's like here's the stunts in front of the blue screen before and after CGI. And I'm like,
I love that behind the scene. It's so much fun. I lived over in Los Angeles for about 10 years. There was a while where I was pursuing screenwriting. So I worked on a lot of productions where I saw like the behind the scenes stuff. And I'm like, that is not real movie magic. That's not what we see in the real world. That's the truth. That's the truth. It's the behind the scenes process.
I can't remember which X-Men film it is, but the one where Wolverine's fighting the other, like, clawed mutant, the Asian woman who fits the dragon lady stereotype. someone had shared that online and was like, don't you miss like real fight scenes when like sets and like they're actually interacting with sets and it's not just blue screen? And I'm like, yeah, don't.
Little different from what we got.
Example that you go to where it's like this stereotype that it's like that and the Jackie Chan Around the World in 80 Days one where I'm like, I mean, is it a great fight scene? Yes. Is it a little bit problematic? Also, yes.
I do have to say, I won't give any spoilers, but since you mentioned Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine was an incredible movie.
I need to see it. No spoilers, please.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way they do the opening is the most unique, comedic way of leveraging the credits as part of the narrative. Ooh, it's very well.
Okay. I love that. They put the credits at the start?
Yeah, the way that they implement the credits into Deadpool's actions in the first 5 minutes of the movie, it's just very well done, and I've never seen it done like that before.
Cool.
And like you guys, definitely highly recommend. It's movie's absolutely hilarious and probably the strongest Marvel movie since probably Infinity War. Since the Infinity War movies. Yeah, I'd say it's probably the strong. I mean, Spider-Man was pretty popular. The one with all the Spider-Man in it. But I'd say this.
Into the Spider-Verse. Well, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I need to see it. It's still in theaters, right?
I'll probably be in theaters for the next year with how well it's doing. I think they already said that opening weekend blew box office records already.
Oh dang. Well, that's what I'm gonna be doing during the next sprint is looking at Fandango and see, it's been a while since I've gone to see something. So, yeah. Oh, I'm kind of excited. I did see a preview for this AI movie called, what was it called? Afraid, and the AI from Afraid was in red, and so I'm just like, you guys, too soon.
That sounds fun. Perfect horror movie. I mean, because we all know AI, the reason we're afraid of AI is because they're going to take over the world. Hence why I just need to be nice to our future overlords and masters, apparently.
Look, I'm all for being nice to our future overlords, but I would really love AI to do our laundry. Or I saw an article where it detected
doing the day-to-day stuff
5 years before it developed. That's what AI should be used for. Not
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure that the next step in technology, we probably get closer to virtual reality first, because people have shown that they want to be in communities and they want to feel like they go outside of their houses without actually leaving their houses.
Yeah. So true. Oh, okay. Now I'm getting lost on Fandango. Okay.
Pull it back.
Kelly just wants to watch Deadpool now.
While we go through the rest of the comments, I'm going to pull up our second kitty race timer here. So same colors in a different order. The final race will have 30 cats and crazy colors like red and yellow and purple. So definitely stick around for the last sprints. But Regina says that setting up a plot point that happens later, and during revisions, I figured I needed to reveal some feelings and reactions to bad news. Oh, so there's a little bit of drama. Working on timing and rhythm. That sounds good. And this is kind of like the Kanban board, right? Post-it notes on the wall. I also
feel I do that too.
That version of old school. Where I'm just I love my CDs and paper planners, and there's stuff that I'm it is easier digitally, but also I just pen and paper is, you can't beat it.
I had built a Kanban board in the Notion, but I had been using it first in, what's it called? Oh, Trello. But then I was I don't love Trello enough to continue.
Yes. I actually have, I've made it in Notion ever since I was following the HB90 method, heart breathing's method. So, I haven't been using my my pen and paper. I haven't been old school. And so, but it's been working for me because it's really easy for me to just like flip it over and then just change it from like the month. I just change it to whatever the next quarter months are. So and whatever didn't carry over, I don't know. It is easier for me as far as like I don't have a lot of space in my home, so to have it digitally as opposed to on my wall works. But yeah.
If it works for you, that's what matters.
Yes. X-Men is too unrealistic. I don't think so.
I don't think we ever thought it was realistic.
What are you talking about? Deadpool is so realistic.
I mean, the humor, yeah.
I think Thanos is so realistic, especially the snap.
Ryan Reynolds is great.
My third favorite. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is just hilarious.
I saw something online where it's like, you know, if you grew up with the comics, Deadpool was just like a B-list superhero. The reason we all love Deadpool now is because of Ryan Reynolds. It's like true.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. That's the type of like character, like the actor was literally perfect for the character.
Yeah. So perfect that he played it twice, even though the first time was bad.
How and where should I bend the knee, Your Grace?
And then Siri will just be programmed to say, if you don't bend the knee, it'll just say shame.
Yes.
Shame.
Yeah.
Will it ring a bell as well?
Exactly.
I feel like I need to switch us right now. Here we go. Now, I wouldn't mind if AI did some of the stuff we were promised from the Jetsons.
Yes.
You want a Roomba?
I want a Roomba that doesn't get stuck.
Yes. Oh my God, that's so funny. Hi, Marcella. I don't know if I missed your comments before, if this is the first one you've said, but I love Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
So
and
good.
Those are the only 2 ones, right?
Yeah, I think so far it's 2 of a trilogy.
Yeah.
It's 2, but I heard there's a 3rd one coming, but I don't know anything about.
But they were both very well done. Both very distinct movies. So well done.
Yeah, I think it was like, oh, it's not going to be out for a while. And I'm like, no, but at least like I know they'll make it good because it's going to be a while. Okay, we've got some votes in for Ginger, for 7, for 2.
I still vote for Bluey, number 3. Bluey. I believe in you, Bluey.
And 4 is still in the same spot, Smokey. So I am going with Smokey.
I'm sticking with Snowball.
Second time's a charm. Okay, cool. People are getting in their votes, so we will get started with the second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. No way. Zuko won again. Ah.
Let's see. Well, Louis, you put up a valiant effort.
Yeah. Garfield at least second place.
Dang. Like, Holly, this might be the luckiest black cat we've ever seen.
Yes, Regina, you did pick 7, and so did Janine.
In real life, when I get a cat, I want it to be a black cat.
Yes. I was just thinking about that yesterday, actually. I was just like, I love black cats. Like, yeah, they're the best.
I have an adorable black cat who doesn't like people on occasion.
Aww.
You know what? Fair.
You only have one cat?
Yeah, she's currently living with my brother right now, but we got her together when she was a baby. Aww. And we were really into Game of Thrones at the time, so we named her after Daenerys and Dany. And she was like really sweet during the first like 4 seasons. And then when Daenerys started taking a turn near the end of the show, that's when our cat grew her real personality and adapted to.
Oh no!
I believe that if you name a pet, like you get what you asked for. So there's someone
I know, right?
There's someone on AuthorTube whose dog is named Loki.
Did we really ask for season 8 of Game of Thrones?
Okay, no one asked for that. But I mean, like, you named Daenerys, so like there was going to be like that change, and then there's someone on AuthorTube who has a dog named Loki, and then that person will be like, "Oh, he's so mischievous." I'm like, "What do you think was going to happen?"
I kind of like. I guess I did okay with Zuko because he, like, I mean, he's a mama's boy and is picky.
So just like Zuko. Namesake.
That's right, Zuko. I'll approve of the Avatar. The Avatar. But
actually, he, now at the vets, he's known as the spicy burrito and needs to have gabapentin before he goes, otherwise they can't do anything.
Yeah, same with my cat. Oh my goodness.
Astrid, no. Zuko's on my lap. You can't climb on my lap. Go over there, Astrid. And I just realized now, Astrid, you're named after Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, okay. Well, come say hi.
Okay, Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon. Stubborn.
Yes. That is her. She is so stubborn.
You're like, perfect name. Perfect.
My dog is named Riley, but it was years before Inside Out came out. But Riley is a dog who acts like a cat most of the time. I'm like, I don't think your name has anything to do with it. But anytime on the internet, someone's like, oh, like the signs that you're a cat owner and you like recognize these kinds of behavior. And I'm like, or you're me and your dog acts like a cat.
Maybe he's a cat trapped in a dog's body.
He is.
That's so cute. That was like Kyrie, since she grew up with like Zuko, and then my other cat Dobby, like she acted more like a cat than a dog. Pacing finally found the word.
Woo!
Yay.
I just hate that when you're like trying to think of a word and it just eludes you for the longest time.
Yeah. And it's like we're writers.
What was that?
There's a thing called the reverse dictionary. If you just Google it, the website will come up and it's like pretty good.
Wait, that's amazing. Yeah, because I was trying to think of like I was trying to think of the word where I was like, oh, someone keeps like, she already used the word like ambush, but then I was like, they keep like sneaking up on me, but I was trying to find the word for it. And I was just like, I can't. You can
type in a phrase. It's not just like, oh, type in a synonym.
No, yeah, that's really smart. I like that.
It's not always perfect, but it's normally enough to get me where I need to be.
Yeah, when you're like missing that word. I like that.
Yeah. Hi, ML.
What's up, Emma?
Hello.
I think Emma was voting on number 7. Oh,
Oh, I
Emma
see.
clearly won too.
Oh yeah, you won too. Okay, sorry. I found a video on how to turn off autocorrect. No autocorrect and no annoying ghost words as the Mac tries to anticipate what I'm going to say. Oh.
Mac's trying to help you write the story.
It's helpful when like with emails and stuff, because then I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I was going to reply. Like, thank you, XYZ. But
yeah, but for like writing like storytelling, like it's not.
That would be annoying.
I'd like to say that more for like editing.
Yeah, I'd be like, you don't know the fantasy words I'm going to use next. Oh yeah, we didn't say how we did. Oh, I gotta add up my word count. You guys can talk if you wanna.
Okay, they changed their website to call it a thesaurus, but it's still the reverse dictionary.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why they rebranded. I have a wrench on Holly's channel, so I'm popping it in there. I can put it in the private chat if you would like to put it in your own chat, Hoffman.
Sweet. I'll definitely check it out. That's actually really cool.
I wrote 341 words, which is 31 more words than the last sprint, so that's good. Yay! So if I write 570 words, I can hit 30K. That might not happen. Oh, cool.
Are you going to just be like, oh, I'm not going to bed until I do, even if it's
I feel like I'd be really close, and that would just be good way to start the week after, only writing like 4.5K last month. Yeah.
But I imagine the 4.5K that you wrote was gold.
Yes, hopefully.
Probably just that good.
Hopefully. My sister is my alpha reader, and I was like coming out with a whole bunch of chapters and she was behind, but then since I didn't come out with a lot, then she was able to catch up. Yeah, so she caught up, but that's good. Because at first I was like, do you want me to still send you these? But yeah, so that helps too, like knowing that, someone's enjoying my writing right now, even as the first draft. And wait, ladies,
I approve. I'm such a huge Game of Thrones nerd, so I approve.
Love it. And you have a Game of Thrones buddy in Roth.
Roth, we can come chat about how season 8 was an interesting season at any time.
Now, I haven't watched House of Dragons?
I'm enjoying it. It's
different.
Good? It's a different vibe.
I've seen people get really mad though recently about like how it's like, again, taking a certain type of character and like doing something with their character arc, and it's like the whole point of the book was the exact opposite of this. Like you're not adapting this route.
Oh no! I haven't read House of Dragons. I haven't read the book, so I'm not sure as familiar with the character arc.
God, I didn't even know it was a book
because I don't know who is watching, but like I almost entirely spoiled on Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, which is kind of cool because I like being able to have the discussion. But like for my own mental health, I can't read a fantasy book where there's so much sexual violence. So I just it's like I know like, oh, this happened and this happened, and when
because it's so like popular.
And there are times where I'm like, I think you should chill, and then there are other times where it's like, okay, that is character assassination without necessarily the character being assassinated.
I know. It'll be interesting to see how the show turns out, if it's able to rise above Game of Thrones' mistake.
Yeah.
I wish it luck.
I would hope so, that if they could learn from it.
Adaptations are hard. I mean, I think of all the book to screen adaptations. I mean, Lord of the Rings is probably one of the ones where it was just overall well done. The original trilogy.
Yeah.
An adaptation's hard, though.
But can we talk about how The Hobbit was so bad in that they took a single small book and made it into 3 movies?
I know. But okay, so this is because The Hobbit was designed as as an epic fantasy story that follows a group of characters on a hero's journey. And what they did was they changed it to market towards a family-friendly film. So it changed the style, and as such, it kind of made it feel off-putting for the original core audience.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to do something different, but they didn't do it different in the right way.
But I also just highly resent things that take something and make it into multiple movies just to be a cash grab. Like
I know.
It's like could have been done in part 1 and 2, and you're in part 2, and you're like, "What is happening?" And then you get to the end, and you're like, "I knew I was upset. I'm even more upset now because of what happened." But Mockingjay part 1 and 2 made sense. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes should have been broken into 2 movies. And it's funny because the director of all 3 of those films said that he wished he hadn't broken up Mockingjay. And everyone on the internet's like, but you should have broken up the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which literally had different parts.
I mean, I
That's so
see that with the character arc, but because they try to spend so much time in part 1 introducing all the characters that are introduced. And I think that's more of a flaw of the original source material, the books themselves.
I do think part 1 of the book, I don't think that it should have been all the different parts of the book. Like, I think the way they introduce the characters in the movie is great, but I feel like certain things were rushed. And my mom was watching it. She's like, wait, he's evil? I'm like, yeah, he's Donald Sutherland in the other movies. He's been bad the whole time. And she's like, but like, no one's just born bad. Like, you don't, like, I don't see anything. It's not like we saw him as a little kid having conduct disorder. My mom's a psychologist, so she was very much
guys. So she's like psychoanalyzing that. Okay.
She's like, this doesn't hold up, and I'm like, yeah, but in the book, his like internal monologue is unhinged. And she's like, we don't get that, and I'm like, that is also fair.
I'm just letting Astrid out. She's ringing the bells, but she might be faking.
Well, I'm curious, when you're like working on a story, do you get like additional insight since your mom's a psychologist for character development?
I normally don't do that with her because then she'd like go too far and she'd be like, oh, well, this. And I'm like, well, I need the story to go a certain way. And that's like, yes, I could go through a million reasons. Like, I have anxiety, Mom. It's not that I haven't thought through all possible things, but like,
I recognize this. Thank you.
But like, I need to shape the story a certain way. So as long as mine is psychologically plausible, I'm going to go with that type of thing.
Okay, I like that. Sounds like it's like focusing on your like the creative thing that inspires you with these characters.
Yeah, I mean, like with a psychologist for a mom, and then I also did some study of psychology in college. It's like I have enough to be like, if I'm going to write a psycho, like I can back it up, and I'm not just like going off of crazy stereotypes where someone's then going to take to Reddit and be like, well, actually, it's like I'm backed up enough on the details, but I'm not going to like go to my mom and be like, hey, can you tell me how sound or unsound this character is?
Oh my gosh. This person sounds like a badass. Yes. Admiral Logan. And she has wives. That's awesome.
She has wives.
Oh, that sounds great. JC brought up a good point too. Like, she didn't read the book, so she didn't have a problem with season 8. Yeah.
I've had friends who haven't read the book and they said the same thing. But like, okay, so I started rewatching it again lately because I wanted to see if like, okay, maybe it was just me. Maybe I was influenced by mainstream culture. But you see the early progression of some of these characters, and how they end up disservices 6 seasons of development, right? Yeah. I think Jamie's is probably the most notable character that like they spent so much time chopping his arm off and making him be a good guy, only to basically.
I can't remember on.
I'm like, okay, I could see like the Daenerys thing. Sure, I could see that of happening. I could have seen some of the things.
Yeah.
I actually when I was thinking about the protagonist, I'm pretty sure that I think Bran's the protagonist of Game of Thrones. As I've been like really thinking about it, I really think Bran is supposed to be the protagonist.
Yeah.
I mean, based on how it ends, yeah. But watching it, I never like from what I've like watching people react to it in real time.
Because the actor struggled. Like in the beginning, the actor's really cute. He's like a cute kid. He's like, he's perfect. But then he doesn't have the same acting ability that like Sansa or Arya does. They're much stronger child actors. Yeah. And he's an integral character to the book. But in the series, they recognize that he's not that great of an actor, so he just disappears for 2 seasons.
Okay, there's a YouTube channel called Just Write, and Write is WRITE. They make good video essays about things.
Oh yeah, no, I love that channel.
About Daenerys' season 8 thing. I can't find it.
They do some really good video essays on both film and television. Things I absolutely love what they do.
Nice. Yeah, JC thinks Bran is too. Pacing was off. Hated how it ended. Seems rushed. Oh, oop, you got it. Yeah. He's just gone. So did the season 5 Hodor mess you up too as much as it did everyone else?
That was such a good moment. That was such a good moment. And you see, like, there's the show did so many things so well. And the Hodor thing was one of the things that was just very heartwarming because you didn't expect it until you learn why. It just the irony is why that character development was done well.
I feel like when something does something well, and then they like stop doing things well, it almost hurts worse because it's like you've proven.
It's because it's the last impression, right? It's because they've set up expectation that they know what they're doing to pull it off.
Yeah,
I know.
Almost all of my favorite shows have had that problem. Like the ones that I really liked, the ones that like kept going too long. I'm like, I stopped watching when you're like quality dipped, and then there's shows that I really love. Like
it's so annoying.
It's because there's a lot of politics with television production. There's a lot of politics with studios and writing rooms, and what people want different things. Kind of sucks.
So sad. Yeah, that's so frustrating.
All my favorite shows that get cut off are like get cut off at season 3 when they've spent, if not all of season 3, the first half of season 3 setting up what was supposed to be season 4.
I know.
And I'm just like, because you can see it as the audience. Like, you're late, and it goes nowhere.
Nah, I think of the TV shows I've seen, I think one of the TV shows that probably had the strongest finale was probably Breaking Bad. I would say of all shows, because the show itself was I think it was like 5 or 6 seasons, but it didn't dip in quality. The finale served the character, and it made sense for the world, and it was perfect for what they set up. I would say as like series go, it's hard for shows to pull off good finales.
That's so sad. Like there's so many shows where it's just like we were so into.
Yes. Brooklyn Nine-Nine had a good series show finale.
Which one?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine like was final episode, but
comedies are a little different, but yeah.
My mom's TV.
They were absolutely hilarious. I love Brooklyn. Sense8 was such a good show too. Sense8 was a really good one. So Sense8 was kind of like a Matrixy-ish type one that Netflix did early on. They did 3 seasons. I think it was 3 seasons. And it was actually one of their top-rated shows. But it followed the same problem that most Netflix shows do, is that Netflix doesn't really care as much about long-term shows. They care about introducing a lot of new shows, because new shows is what attracts new subscribers. There's a reason that their core shows like Stranger Things, the core shows that they keep around are very far and in between.
And we're waiting around for them. That's so annoying. Well, I would be interested in checking this out, but if it ends and there's no like resolution, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
it was just very well done. The concept of it was very well done.
Oh. Breaking Bad made me feel anxious, yes.
Mom loved Better Call Saul even more than Breaking Bad.
Better Call Saul was just funny. And I think it was like dramatic and funny, and it weaved his character very well.
Yes. I didn't watch Better Call Saul. I think whenever it was out, there was something going on with me, but it's still on my radar to check out. MASH. Oh no, you're not old. And Books by Adrian. Hello.
Hey.
So while we're going through the rest of the comments, we have the last kitty race timer up, and there are 30 cats. There's some crazy colors in there, so you can vote for a color or a number 1 through 30.
Purple. Shocker.
Do I go with Zuko, the third time's a charm? I'm going to go with number 3.
Where's Bluey?
I have to. Bluey's 28?
Yeah, I think he's near the end there. I see another a doppelganger somewhere in there.
There's like a lighter blue in the middle there. If you just want to say blue, then you've got 2 chances.
I feel Bluey. Bluey's my underdog cat.
Nice. What are your top 3 fantasy shows? Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen Wheel of Time. I want to. The Witcher, I only watched the first season, but I really enjoyed it. And I loved Shadow and Bone, and I'm so sad they're not continuing it. I didn't read the book.
I know. Shadow and Bone was interesting. The openings for Shadow and the Throne was fun.
Did you like season 2 of Shadow and Bone? Because that's one of the ones that falls into my. You did so well out of the gate, and then you fumbled so badly.
No.
I wouldn't say season 2 was one of the worst falls that I've seen. But it was just all right because the first season was
the worst fumble I've ever seen, and they did really
I've
good
seen worse.
The new character. They did really good job introducing the new characters, but I felt like they're like, move over. We only care about the new characters now. I'm like, you can't do that to the main character of the show. You can't do that to the main character of the show, and you also shouldn't do that to the crows, who are the fan favorites.
Yeah,
even though Netflix had refused to acquire the show as a Six of Crows only. So, you know,
I remember reading about that.
They didn't really want the crows. They only wanted like the love triangle from Shadow and Bone. So then, like with the first season, they were like, okay, fine, we'll take it together. And then the second season really out of balance a lot of things. And so they're like, yeah, we're not going to do this. And like, we never greenlit your spinoff, so I don't know why you were talking about that as if it was a done deal. And I'm like, yeah, people shouldn't count their eggs before they hatch.
Oh, that's so sad.
I think I would say last year, probably the best adaptation to a TV show I saw was probably The Last of Us. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I was a fan of the game originally. But just purely from the storytelling perspective, it did service to the core story.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's another one that I haven't watched, but I played the game and loved.
Oh yeah. So you know, like who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
Those two.
So, yeah, I guess what my top ones are, I need to get back to you because I'm like, I don't know.
We got distracted. I wanted to like the Wheel of Time series, the show. The books are amazing.
Orphan Black, no.
Orphan Black's a good one. Orphan Black, the original series. Like, have you guys seen Orphan Black before?
No.
I finished it because life got.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh,
that actress is incredible.
Cool. I love
goodness. That actress is incredible. It's literally the same actress playing about 5 to 10 different roles in the series, but it got notoriety early on because it was a UK show that just did very, very well.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's so good. And then they did a podcast and now they're doing a spin-off show and it's like
spin-off show is just it's all right.
The spin-off show, the trailers make me like I'm not interested, but I'm also like not running to watch it.
It's kind of just in the middle. I think I remember seeing the first episode of it. It's all right.
Nice. And the 100, was that one that was canceled too?
No, I think the 100 made it to the end.
I'm pretty sure that finished out.
It did, but it's the quality roller coasted a lot. Just throughout. I think they made 5 or 6 seasons, but just the quality was very hit or miss.
Got it. Okay. Well, I have many, many more shows to add to my list now. Thank you.
Who needs to write? We'll just watch TV shows all the time, right?
Yes. You are free to do whatever you want during these sprints. Chores, homework, watching TV, reading, or writing. Well, everybody, bye, Adrienne.
Bye, Adrienne.
Well, we will get started with this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
I'm 6 and 22 for the purples.
No way.
All right, what happened? Oh, wait. This is the luckiest black cat I have ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
Just go win, place, and show. 3 for 3.
You know what, Bluey? At least Bluey made it on the screen this time.
He did, yeah.
One of my purples is on the screen, so I'll take that. Had I stuck with white, I would be further ahead than the purple.
Bluey.
That happened once where Snowball won 3 times in a row.
I think I voted for Snowball once of those 3 times.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe it. Black cats rule.
I think we're proving that black cats are they're very lucky here in this community.
Yes. We manifested. 3rd time's a charm. I was just making sure no one else voted for Zuko. Okay. Yay! Awesome. Well, how did everyone do for that final sprint? I did not get my 30K. I got, because my husband came home and he got a haircut, so I was talking to him, and then
Excuses.
Excuses. You were just watching one of those TV shows, weren't you?
No. Oh, you know what I did do though? I was talking to him. I was like, "Hey, they talked about Deadpool," and I was like, "Yeah, we need to see it." So I did buy tickets for Saturday to go see Deadpool. So,
well, Holly, I'm glad that we've accomplished something out of this.
Very productive. And I also wrote 272 words. Woo! So yeah, I'm at 29.7K. So, but I got to a chapter where I had started it already and skipped later in the scene, and so then I'm like, crap, now I'm on this scene that's all broken up, and I already started, so I'm like, where was I? How do I connect these 2 parts now? And I'm like, oh my god, of course, I'm on this part.
Oh well, at least you made some progress. I'd still call that progress.
Yes, no, it's definitely. I'm very happy with today's little writing session. So, how did you guys do?
I got some great ideation in, and then I got distracted by working on my website.
Hey, that's still productive.
I was taking a page out of your book, Zara. I was like, it's the website now. I'm like, it has to, well, because I have to make sure the book stuff is in there, right? So it's kind of still writing related.
Yes.
Pretty important. I did more stuff on the website. I did not finish it because I forgot that there is a way that part of the plugin allows you to be find this book in a bookstore. So it will take the ISBN from the page and you just type in the city or a zip code or something. But to do that, I had to set up something with Google, and I'm like, I don't know how this works. So it took a little bit of time, but I got it set up, which was very cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yay. Looks like everyone else has been productive too. Tessa Dean's been working on some writing prompts, which sounds great.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Lois hit my daily quota in these sprints. Yay! Bye. Thanks for joining.
Making a lot of good work here.
We'll be here every Monday. Yeah, Courtney got 500 words. Whoa, woo! Nice. And Marcella said, I wrote a couple more lines of dialogue than the last sprint, so it went smoother. I consider that a win. Progress is progress. Yes, most definitely.
That's good progress. More progress than I did, Marcella.
No, that's awesome. Yay. This was great. So I know we chatted for a lot during our thing, so I won't keep you guys that much longer, but ML watched the cats race, which is always a fun distraction. And Mary got up to 5,900 words total, almost done with chapter 5. Well, good for you. Got more writing done. Yay, go Janine.
Awesome.
Proud of you guys. Yay. So do you guys want to do outro things too? I know some people came in that weren't here before.
I hear somebody's publishing a book this year. There might be some type of release for them. Well, I forgot from 2 hours ago. Just refresh me.
Okay. For those of you who are popping in and don't know me, I'm Holly Davis, the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which is releasing November 5th this year. So in 3 months, exactly. If you pre-order and submit your receipt on my publisher's website, which is linked down below, you get these awesome character art cards. Yes.
That's so cool. I want character art cards now. That's so cool.
The hardcover has an exclusive bonus chapter from a different point of view. So yeah, Diamond's a Tangled retelling with a female Flynn writer. There's a sapphic romance, disability rep, lots of secrets and secrets revealed. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can check it out. Yes, I love that.
I like that. Without giving away too much, I love that.
Can't say who it is. And maybe that person might have a POV in the sequel. I don't know.
No, I can't.
No. And even saying that, it's like, I know the answer, but there are lots of
options. Do you guys want to also give your outros?
Me, you. Let's say you.
Go, Kaufman.
Okay. All right. Holly, first off, thank you for having me. Your motivation streams are always super fun.
Oh, thanks. It was so fun to have you on again. And yeah, hoping we can have you on regularly, at least your once a month thing. That's cool.
Yeah, for anybody who wants to know more about me, I'm over on the Right Now YouTube channel. I do writing streams every single day. Crazy writing streamer like that. We actually have a lot going on this week. Friday, I'm trying a new thing. We're doing a discussion about writing and mental health. So come join us if you want to chat about the mental health of being a writer. I have a couple other writing brands hopping on. Saturday, by popular request by the community, I'm taking a break from the story and critique show. We're going to be doing a blurb and pitch fest. So we're going to be going with writers on how do you write blurbs? Cool. What are successful blurbs? And then Sunday will be the podcast with talking about how to start a writing podcast. So cool. I have this really office coming on. So we got a really busy week.
I still have
come join.
I was going to say I'll be there for the Saturday thing in the chat, and then I just looked at my calendar and it's I'm booked Saturday, and I'm so mad.
Oh no!
All right, I'm gonna have to get you on the calendar in the future. My schedule starts getting so booked with these streams.
But it's everything you said, because I not to derail your
no, you're good.
But before I started this my publishing company, I was doing a writing podcast, and the co-creator of that was let's do a live stream where you critique people's book descriptions, because I interned at a literary agency. So it's yes. I love this type of content.
You guys are more than welcome to come give your feedback and insight.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes. But that's what writers want. I asked everybody in the community what they wanted, and it was a resounding deep dive into blurbs for novels, and then pitches for scripts.
That's so awesome. Mm-hmm. And I was gonna say, I have on my to watch list, I can't remember if it was last Sunday or the Sunday before, was for the podcast you were talking about marketing, and I was I need that. So I still need to watch the replay of that. But I'm definitely interested in checking out the mental health one. I might be watching Deadpool while your thing is going on Saturday. So
I forgive you. I forgive you. Deadpool.
Am I allowed? Okay, cool.
If I hadn't seen Deadpool, I'd watch it over my stream too. So I forgive you.
That's good. Yay! Oh, and Courtney's a new follower. Yay!
Oh yeah, Courtney, I'm glad you came across us for vibrant writing communities, and These guys are awesome. Zara, actually, I'm kind of curious before we go, what got you into publishing? Like where was that? I'm always curious. I'm fascinated by writer stories.
Sure. Really quickly, so people who know who I am before I go into why I got into what I'm in. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which is publishing Holly's book, A Diamond Bright and Broken. We've also published other titles. Holly said that our publishing website is linked in the description down below. So if you go there, you can pre-order her book. You should fill out the form so that you get the cool character art that we showed off. But then you can also pre-order other titles, fill out those forms, or just purchase titles that have been published. Every little bit helps because we are a small publishing company with kind of big bills, because being distributed by Simon & Schuster is amazing, but also requires big print runs. So I got into publishing. I kind of jumped around when I was little. I just loved reading. And then I got old enough to realize that people write these. And then there was some Chinese teen, Chinese in America teen, who was a few years older than me at the time, who got, I can picture the cover so clearly. And it had sword in the title, but a bird was carrying the sword. And I can't remember the title to save my life. But it was people can get published, and not just adults, but teens can get published. And then I wanted to do that. And then I got a bit older and I was like, yeah, I write, but I think as a job, that's a little bit more financially stable, even though that wasn't the terminology that I knew at the time. I was like, maybe I'll become an editor.
The sword bird? I don't know. I just randomly.
That's it.
I just typed in book with a bird carrying a sword on the cover. By Nancy.
Did you use the reverse dictionary?
Wait, there's a cardinal with a sword fighting a blue jay?
Yes.
I need to read this book because
it was a cool book. I will say that. But so then I was like, I want to be an editor, because what's better than reading books and for your job. And then I got some internships that were, fast forward many years, I got some internships that were me being an editorial intern. And I liked that. But then someone who's a family friend who had worked in publishing for many years on the advertising side, she had been like, I think you'd also be a good agent. And I was like, okay, well, I need to build up my resume, because at some point I'm going to have to get an actual job. So might as well just try an internship at a literary agency as well. And my first literary agency internship was run by this guy who taught at NYU, a master's in publishing program. And at the end of the internship, he's like, I think you should apply. And I was like, I hadn't really thought of grad school. In all honesty, I was like, I don't want to do something for grades ever again after undergrad. But I didn't tell him that. He was like, I think you should apply. The connections you're going to make are going to be invaluable and you'll learn a lot. All true. Applied, got in. Final project had to be make your own publishing company, on paper. Wow. So business plan, financials, everything. It doesn't have to be real. And then circumstances happened, and then I made it real a month after I had presented it to a panel of publishing professionals, which just ironically happened to all be women of color. And I was like, you know what? If they all approved it,
that's a sign.
Great.
Yes.
I did.
Aww.
But yeah.
That's a really cool story, by the way. That's really sweet.
Yes. Oh. Happy to be a part of the story. Yay. Thank you for choosing me.
I loved your story. I thought it was really cool. And it's a Rapunzel retelling, so there's absolutely trauma. But it, in a way, it wasn't trauma centric or trauma corn that I think some books can do, books or movies or whatever adaptations, and it felt fresh and unique, and yeah, people should pre-order it. And
thank you. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. This was so much fun, and I hope that this was a good start to the week for everyone. I will be here same time, same place next week with, I believe, Zara and Teresa as guests. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and we will catch you later. Bye, everyone. Woo.